everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more tabletop racing. And I have a message. Still can't get used to this Apple Watch, man. It's so weird. I think, like, not only because of the fact that it's a smartwatch and I've never had one of these before, but I think it's just, like, the notion in general that I'm actually wearing a watch. Like, I haven't worn a watch in close to 10 years. There was a small, like, the last time I wore a watch intently, it was like between like 8th grade and like freshman and sophomore year of high school. That was like the last time that I really ever gave wearing watches a legitimate try. And the reason why I stopped wearing them was because of the fact that I got like 2 or 3 watches stolen in a really short period of time. And so after that point, I was just like, fuck it, man. Like, I have such horrible luck with this that, like, what's the point of even, you know, trying anymore with it? Not to mention, I was at a point, too, where, like, my body was really awkward, and they just didn't feel comfortable on me. Like, that was at a time where I was like, uber skinny, and so I couldn't, like, I didn't feel like watches looked good on me, and, like, they didn't feel right. I was, like, super bony, and so they'd always sit really awkwardly, like, on my wrist, and it never felt right, you know? But I gave it a good shake when I was, like, I got a birthday present from my grandma. She got me a really nice Fossil watch, and it was an amazing watch. It was really nice, and I actually got it stolen at one of my Little League games or Junior League games or whatever. I can't remember what level it was. But some little fucking pissant walked up to my bag and, like, they knew that I had it. They walked up to my bag and stole it out of my bag. And they did it in, like, a super stealthy way, and I feel like I know who it was, because it was one of the bench players. And he was always super salty about the fact that the coaches knew he sucked ass and wouldn't play him. And so he was always on the bench, and one of the assistant coaches for a little while was my dad, and my dad was, like, one of the ones that had contributed to him not playing. And so I think that he kind of had it out for me, and he knew that I came to, you know, that I came to the game with my watch on one day, and he saw that I had, you know, like, I had, like, put it up into my sweatshirt, and I, like, you know, got it all nice and protected and put it down in the bottom of my bag so that, you know, nobody would fucking steal it. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that, you know, during one of the innings that I was out, you know, playing center field, not paying attention to that type of shit, he totally went into my bag and stole it, and that was the end of it. And I didn't even notice it until later that night when I got home, when it wasn't there. But because of the fact that I didn't see anybody do it, I wasn't, you know, we weren't gonna, even though we probably should have, because it was a fairly expensive watch, would have, you know, been like, all right, which one of you little fucking ass crammers ended up taking this thing? So that was one. I was like, this really sucks. And so a couple years later, it's a sophomore year of high school, and I got another Fossil watch, but it was like an all digitized one. It was really cool, actually. Like, when it was just kind of, you know, idle or whatever, when it would count the seconds, it would actually count. It would count everything. Like, it would count using like Japanese Japanese characters and stuff. Not like, you know, like anime characters or anything, but it would use what's the term for it? What is it? Romaji? Like the actual, like, letters and numbers and stuff. It would actually use that, and instead of using, like, I think it was actually, instead of using the numbers, it would actually just do, like, the word, like the actual word, like 1, 2, 3, and 4 for, like, all the hours and whatnot. And so it would just display those as it would go, and it was super cool looking. And one day I was in PE, and I was supposed to stash my watch in the locker room, but I forgot to take it off. And like, once you come out of the locker room, they generally don't let you back in there for some reason. I don't know why. And so I asked the teacher, I was like, I need to go back into the locker room so I can put my watch in the thing, because I don't want it, you know, I don't want to be running around with this thing on. And I was like, I don't really have anywhere to put it. I was like, she's like, well, I guess you're out of luck. I was like, well, if anything, could you hold on to it for me? She's like, I don't have any pockets. And I was like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do with it then? She's like, I don't know, it's up to you. And I didn't really want to be wearing it at that point because we were going to be doing... Oh, I got second place? Oh, shit, I didn't realize what happened. That race went by so fast. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, well, we'll be fine. I think we got a pretty good lead right now. Oh, okay, never mind. The Breaking's Bad van is in second? That's interesting. You have 3 brawlers that are all losing to the Breaking's Bad RV? Are you kidding? Oh, whatever. And so I decided to take a really, really risky move that ultimately did not pay off, is that in the bleachers, there was like a little spot where you could hide stuff behind it. And so I decided, like, when nobody was looking, I was going to go take my watch off and go put it behind that, and then when, you know, class was over, I'd just go pick it up and then go put it back on, everything would be fine. And God, was I wrong about that move. Holy shit. So, in the middle of class, there'd always be like a little handful of people that wouldn't participate and do shit, and they'd always kind of just stand off in the corner and do whatever. And I noticed that there was this one Hispanic kid that was just kind of standing off over in the corner, like in a vague area next to where I had stashed that thing. And I totally fucking watched him reach back in there and steal my watch. And then he just, like, tried to fucking leave. He just, like, tried to, like, dart out of the gym and just go down the hallway and just, like, ditch class with it. And he was trying to, you know, make his little grand escape or whatever. And I caught him doing it, and I followed him down the hallway, and there was, like, one of the teachers was going by, and I was like, hey, I got the person's attention. I was like, hey, this kid in front of me totally stole my watch, and they're like, really? And I was like, yeah, I just watched him do it. We were both in class together, and I watched him grab it from where I had put it, and he just, like, ran out of the gym with it. And so, you know, they went and grabbed him, and this kid, like, totally told them that I was lying and that it was his watch and that I'd been trying to steal it from him this whole time, and that after a while he just decided to leave class because he couldn't take it, because he was afraid that I was going to try to fight him and steal it from him that way. And they fucking believed that! They believed it. They wouldn't like apprehend that thing from him, and he totally ended up getting away with it. And so I ended up just being fucking screwed out of that. It was fucking bullshit. It was so stupid. And then by the time that, like, I told my parents about it and we tried to make a deal out of it and they figured out what happened, the kid already had gone and pawned it off, and I don't know where, and so we weren't able to find it after that, and I just ended up being out a fucking watch, and that kid ended up getting a nice little chunk of money out of it because that was something that was definitely worth something, and it was just like, I was fucking pissed. It was super stupid. But yeah, man, it was not cool. But yeah, what do you do? So yeah, so this is the first time in like 10 or 11 years that I've actually worn a watch, and it actually feels comfortable and it feels good on me. Oh, here we go. Okay, so by getting through the amateur stuff, we now unlock super weapons. So what we can do is whenever we pick up a weapon from now on, what'll happen is we'll hold on to that weapon, and every like little power-up bubble that you see will turn purple. And so that means now we can upgrade our weapon to the next level of what it is, and all of the weapons are pretty much way better that way. It's super tight. So you'll definitely get to see you'll get to see that in action here pretty quick. We're gonna buy a new car though, and the car we're going to buy is definitely gonna be this little baby, just because of the fact that I adore Nissan Skylines. It's one of my favorites, and we're gonna do it. Yes, Debbie, we are going to do it. Alright, so let's take that Tokyo Zero Stage 2. We're going to upgrade it a little bit with some of the money that we've got. We don't have a lot of money. We really don't have a lot of money. Okay, we don't really have anything left at this point. So we're also going to go with these. Super cool though, by the way, that when you buy rims, you don't have to rebuy them again. Even if you go to a different car or a different like tier of them, you don't have to rebuy them. Super awesome. However, I think we need to wear the drift ones. Wear them like they're actual shoes or something. Which one of these? Oh, neither one of the... Okay, so it's in the next area that the drift one comes up. So let's go down to this. But yeah, man. So that was my little spiel with that. It was not one of the finer moments, but it's all good. So yeah, they got to do a whole bunch of sightseeing while we were in LA though, and I'll tell you one thing that it was like the weirdest. It was the weirdest, probably one of the weirdest phenomenons of this entire trip. Was the fact that because we were doing a lot of sightseeing, we'd have to take a lot of bathroom breaks while we were out, and like the second day that we were there, oh yeah, this car's so much faster. I forgot. I gotta be a little bit more careful in the way that I'm driving right now, just because of the fact that it's so easy for this to become a real problem. And now that there's like, you know, power-up things available, you're gonna start seeing like some glowing purple items kind of around the tracks, and you'll have to keep an eye out for those. Pretty much what those are is those denote like special shortcuts that you can unlock that are a little bit different than just like the little itty-bitty tiny ones. So those ones, what they require is they require the use of projectile weapons only, like the missiles, pretty much. So you have to have those, and what you can do is when you power up your weapon, you can shoot them at these glowing purple things, and it'll cause something to happen, usually involving like some type of shortcut, like falling down out of its previous holding position or whatever, and then you can, you know, traverse up it, and there's probably like one of the like bronze, silver, or gold coins hanging around. Come on, baby. Come on. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ow! And somehow we didn't just like usher him all the way off the counter. You would think with me hitting the NOS like right behind him that I would have gotten like right up into his bumper and just fucking like launched him off the thing. Let's go for it! Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, dude. But like the crazy phenomenon that we had, especially on Sunday, and just really the whole time, was that when we would have to stop for bathroom breaks, I had the worst luck with the bathrooms that I would choose to go into. And like they didn't all seem like they would be places with horrible bathrooms, but holy shit, man, I had some of the most disgusting bathroom experiences ever. Like over the course of the entire trip, I used 2 quality bathrooms out of like 12. It was disgusting. Like even at like places where you think they would have a pretty nice like bathroom setup, i.e. the Beverly Hills Fountain. I mean, it's kind of an iconic little thing. And I could tell you that the condition of that bathroom was the furthest fucking thing from satisfactory. I go into the dude, it was the funniest fucking thing too. It's probably one of the funniest moments of the whole trip. So we're there at the fountain, and we were like taking pictures of it and whatever for Instagram, fucking social media, blah blah blah. And we had eaten a monstrous meal earlier in the day, and so it finally dropped and made that descend down into my Bartolo cologne. And I was like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom right now. And I saw there was a bathroom right across the street from this, from this little iconic monument thing. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go take the Browns to the Super Bowl, and everything's gonna be awesome. And so I go inside of this place, and it looks like, kind of a little bit of your standard rest stop bathroom kind of thing, and just nothing special. It's got one stall with a toilet, and it's got a sink, and that's pretty much it. And as soon as I walked in there, I was like, dude, this doesn't look good at all. And like both Matt and Kevin had walked in behind me because they needed to wash their hands. And I walked in there, and I walked into the stall, and it's just like this fucking little janky ass like this gross like metallic toilet that it just looked terribly kept. And there was just like right next to it there was just like a fucking bucket of used toilet paper, like half of which totally still had shit on them. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this like little bucket full of toilet paper for? And I sat down, I ended up closing the stall, and I was like, dude, this place is so gross. I feel like I'm gonna sit down in this toilet, and a fucking sewer rat is gonna come jump out of the toilet right into my asshole. And right as I said that, there was another guy that had walked in that I didn't hear come in, and he was like washing his hands, and apparently he heard it, and he apparently his face just had like the most mortified look, like, what in the fuck did I just hear? And like I didn't realize it, and like because like Kevin and Matt started laughing really hard, and I thought it was just because they were laughing at what I said, which they were. It was really funny, but I didn't realize it until like their laughter kept on persisting, and they started leaving the room. That it kind of started hitting me at the moment. I was like, oh no, I think that I said something and there was somebody in there. And so like after it started getting really quiet, I was like, right as they were starting to leave the bathroom, I was like, so I understand that there is probably somebody else in here, and they heard that. And as soon as they caught the tail end of that, and they just fucking died, and I was like, oh no, man, and seriously, that's what happened. And oh dude, it was so funny. And like I walked out, and like the guy that was in there was like this little old Asian man, and he looked at me when I came out, and he just like shook his head like, oh, what was that all about? It was so funny. But yeah, dude, I had that bathroom. The one that I went to later was at like an Arco station, which I shouldn't have had my expectations up for that one. Oh god, okay. I gotta hit this guy with this powered up snowflake item here. So the powered up snowflake, what it does when you use it in its powered up state is that it gets way bigger than the normal one, which is awesome. It makes it one of the best projectile weapons in the game just because of the coverage that it can get and the fact that it makes your opponents slide. And so if you get him in like the perfect moment, you can not only turn him into ice, but you can make him slide off the board, and it'll pretty much like open up this huge ass space like what I've got right now. I mean, I pretty much made it nearly impossible to lose unless something absolutely horrendous happens in the next 20 seconds. But I think we're gonna be fine. But yeah, man. So we went to like this Arco station a little bit after that, and I had to get like the bathroom key to use the bathroom, and this guy like tried to be funny about it and like told me in order to use the bathroom key I had to pay him $2, and I was like, there's no way you're charging me to use the bathroom. And he's like, yeah, man, it's $2. And I was like, dude, don't even mess with me right now. I really need to use the bathroom. This is not funny. He's like, all right. He's like, you're no fun. I was like, dude, you can't be messing with a guy who's like on the brink of shitting himself. Like, it'd be one thing if it wasn't really a big deal. I would have been totally cool with your little lowbrow joke, but my God, that was like the worst timing for him to try to be using jokes on me like that. And so, dude, I go into this thing and I sit down on this toilet in better condition than the metallic fucking like wetsuit that I sat on. The other really bad thing about this other toilet is I sat down on it, and it was because of the fact that it was metal, it was like getting condensation on it, and so it was like I sat down in a fucking kiddie pool and just got like water all over my ass. The worst part though is that they ran out of toilet paper, like, and there was no more left, so I only got like enough for like 1.5 fucking goings around. And it was kind of disgusting. And to make matters even worse after that, they didn't have any soap in their sinks, so it was basically just washing my hands. Oh shit, oh god. Super easy in these drifting things, by the way. As long as you can, keep turning, more or less, you're going to be in good shape, as long as you're not running into walls like I have been the last couple times around. You just gotta kind of do it however you can, and if you use your turbo in the middle of one of these, for whatever reason, it just like totally multiplies that thing exponentially. It is fantastic. However, we need to come up on this. So yeah, dude, but this one of those Arco station, I sat down on that, and that thing was just like rattling around like crazy. Like at any given moment, that thing was just gonna like come unhinged from the floor, and it was just gonna like tip over and fall on the ground. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what did everybody know that I was gonna need to use bathrooms today, and they all conspired to give me like the world's worst tour of bathrooms, or what? Okay, I just need to take it. There we go. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't screw that one over and, like, not allow myself to get anything out of it. But if you do hit 0, they will let you finish up the one that you're currently in. So that's at least one pretty cool thing. You might even actually be able to string an entire lap out of this. How cool would that be? Oh, baby! Oh, come on! Give me a whole lap, baby! Yeah! That was super cool. I have never done that in a drifting little exhibition before. I've never been able to string an entire lap into one full drift. That was really cool. Oh, great. But yeah, I went to another one where, like, the bowl was, like, way too small. And I went to another one where it was, like, way too big, and I thought I was just gonna, like, fall into it. And there was, like, other ones where there were just, like, people... There was one where, like, a dude had just, like, shit all over the floor, and, like, he pissed on the walls. Like, I don't understand what these people are doing. And it was at, like, Union Station, which I guess was kind of explained itself. But it's like, how do you piss all over the walls? Like, what are you doing? 360s inside of the stall, just, like, holding your schlog, just, hey! It's like doing, like, it's fucking piss graffiti is what it is. Disgusting. It was awful. But I had, like, experience after experience after experience like that until I went to the Macklemore show at this place called The Shrine. That was quite possibly one of the nicest bathrooms in the world. Not only was it clean in there, but there was also a guy doing, like, towel service in there. Like, he had, like, this whole spread on, like, this table. There was, like, deodorant, and there was, like, cologne in there, and there was, like hand lotion and sanitizer in there. And like, every time you'd, like, wash your hands, you'd turn around and he'd tap you on the shoulder and he'd totally give you a couple of like a towel to use, and it was fucking awesome. And I gave that guy a $5 tip. I was like, dude, you're gonna be dealing with, like, drunk ass people all night and a bunch of just dickish dudes in the first place. I was like, you deserve fair compensation for the job you're doing, because there's not a lot of people that would willingly do what you're doing. So you, sir, are the real MVP here. And he's like, you are the only person this entire night that has told me that. He's like, thank you. He's like, I know it's kind of a gross job to do, but, you know, people got to be taken care of. And I was just like, this is, like, the coolest guy. You know, you get people that do stuff like that that usually just won't say anything at all, or they're usually kind of assholes about it, considering it's kind of warranted what they're having to do. So I don't blame him for not being happy about it. But he was a pretty gracious guy, and it was really cool. But that was one of the best bathrooms in the world. I don't know how this topic turned into. I went from talking about watches to horrible bathroom experiences, but that's just what happened. So, what do you do? All right, guys, we've run out of time for now. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Tabletop Racing World Tour, we're going to take on one of these fucking driver helmet races. I don't remember what it is. I think that's the one where there's no power-ups in it. You just got to do the damn. So, until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.